Welcome to the Fairfax County Public Schools virtual Advanced Placement Summer Institute. My name is Rebecca Small and I'm the Institute Director. I'm thrilled to have you participate in our APSI. I'm a former AP teacher myself and an APSI consultant. I understand how powerful the APSI experience can be. There are few professional learning experiences that bring together teachers who teach the exact same course in 1 week of intensive examination of subject matter and appropriate pedagogy to teach that subject matter. I hope you find the learning experience, the support of your consultant, and the networking with fellow AP teachers at this APSI to be rewarding and instrumental to your success as an AP teacher this year. In this screencast, you will be provided with an overview of what to expect at our APSI. This screencast will familiarize you with the FCPS G Suite technology that we will be using. In addition, I will cover very important details regarding what to expect before, during, and after the APSI. There are lots of details I want to cover, so please listen carefully. And I encourage you to return to this video to review the information presented as needed. Due to the ongoing effects of the global pandemic, Fairfax County Public Schools is offering a virtual APSI for the second year in a row. While we miss many aspects of the face-to-face APSI, we also recognize the benefits of the virtual format. There is no other way to bring together teachers from so many different states, countries, and school systems without this technology. The slides later in this presentation will describe how to use Google Meet for the video meetings and Google Classroom to access your course resources. If you are new to FCPS, it may be helpful to re-watch this presentation after you have accessed your FCPS account and can follow the steps in the presentation to access Google Meet and Google Classroom. Our APSI is hosted by FCPS and endorsed by the College Board. Courses are taught by a College Board endorsed consultant, and all sessions include 30 hours of instruction. The sessions are intensive and will immerse you in the content during the week. The instruction will begin each day at 9 a.m. with a live synchronous meeting. Synchronous and asynchronous sessions will occur from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Your instructor will build in breaks, including a lunch break, and the timing of asynchronous sessions will vary by consultant. To be able to participate fully in the virtual APSI, you will need a stable internet connection, a computer or laptop, and an up-to-date Chrome browser. Tablets, iPads, and iPhones and other phones are not recommended to access the APSI. FCPS has what we refer to as a walled garden that does not allow users outside to communicate within our systems. And these protections are in place to protect our students, but we must abide by them as well. And because of the walled garden, when using FCPS technology, we recommend that you log out of all personal Gmail accounts, particularly when accessing FCPS Google Classroom and Google Meets. Now it's time to go over some important communications that you will receive. The first communication you have received already. It includes a welcome email and an overview of the APSI that links to this video. The first email was sent 2 weeks before the event start date. For those of you who are not FCPS teachers, you will receive a second email from FCPS IT. That email will provide you with instructions on establishing your temporary FCPS account. The second email will be sent approximately 1.5 weeks before the event start date. It is critical that non-FCPS participants set up an FCPS account immediately upon receiving this email because an FCPS account will be needed to access our virtual event. The third email to all participants will come from your APSI consultant. This email is sent after FCPS teachers have had a chance to set up their FCPS accounts and contains information about how to join the first live Google Meet session, access Google Classroom resources, and of course will include information about the individual course. In order to join Google Meet or Google Classroom, you have to have your FCPS account established first. I want to talk a little more about the temporary accounts being created for teachers who are not staff in FCPS. This account is needed for you to be able to access the live sessions and the APSI resources. The email from FCPS IT to set up your temporary account will include a user ID and instructions to change your password. You must change your password and agree to the FCPS acceptable use policy for the account to be active. Once you create your password, please keep it handy for future reference during the Virtual Institute all week. After activating your account, you will be able to follow the steps provided in the welcome email attachment to access FCPS G Suite. I'll also be walking you through that in the next few slides. Here's how you access FCPS G Suite. Log into your FCPS account, go to www.fcps.edu homepage, and on the banner, click G Suite, and that will take you to the login page. Here's a screenshot of the page to log into G Suite using your FCPS user ID and password. Notice it's in the format of the FCPS Gmail, which will be username@fcpsschools.net. Once you log in the upper right-hand corner of the page, you'll see what I like to refer to as a waffle icon. It's these 6 dots. Click the 6 dots, and then you will have choices of which app to access, and you'll be accessing Google Classroom. The email you receive, that email number 3, will include instructions for how to join Google Classroom. In Google Classroom, you'll find the College Board materials for your course, entrance and exit tickets for your daily live session, and materials shared by your consultant. Notice here, this is a sample APSI Google Classroom in French language, and there's a red arrow there pointing to the APSI College Board materials. Please download any materials from our sessions that you would like to access after our session, as all accounts and Google Classrooms will be deactivated in early October. This is a screenshot of the Google Meets link that you will access each day to log into your daily live session. The Google Meets link is housed in the banner of your Google Classroom. There are several Google Meets features I'd like to go over with you. When you're in your live meeting, here is where you'll be able to turn on and off your microphone, leave the meeting, turn on and off your camera, raise or lower your hand, and if in the event that your consultant asks you to, share your screen. There are additional features in Google Meets that you can access by clicking the 3 dots in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. This box will pop up and you'll have the option to change the layout, for example. You can change the layout to see more speakers or fewer speakers as you wish. You also have the option in Google Meet to change your background. Maybe you don't want us all to see your home environment. So you simply click the 3 dots in the lower right-hand corner and select Change Background, and these options for changing your background will pop up. Google Meets also allows you to send messages via chat. The chat messages in Google Meets do go to the entire class. There's not an option to chat with just your instructor or just one person. But please, when you log into your first live session, if you haven't been in Google Meets before, find the chat icon. It's in the upper right-hand corner of the page. I also want to let you know that sometimes people struggle to find their own video in Google Meet, and it's actually in the upper right-hand corner, very small. You'll find your image, so you can look for that there. And if you want a tile, you can make yourself bigger or smaller. It is very important to us that you feel supported during this APSI. So we have some staff to contact for help. So I'm going to start with that, even though it's in the middle of the page. You can contact me. I'm the APSI director via email, using my email here, or you can give me a call or send me a text message if you need help. Same thing with Paul Davis. Paul Davis is APSI Technology Support, and you can email him, call or text him at this number as well. Backing up a bit, during the APSI, you are expected to participate in all sessions. Please use the attendance link provided by your consultant. That attendance link will either be in your Google Classroom or will be sent to you via chat. You will fill the attendance out when you enter a live session and when you exit a live session every time to help our staff keep track of your attendance at the live events. On Thursday morning, I'll drop into your APSI session briefly to let you know how the College Board evaluation process works. There is an evaluation of the entire event. That will be an evaluation of the site, that's FCPS, of the consultant that you are learning from, and your entire experience. So I will go over how to complete that electronic evaluation on Thursday, and you'll have 3 days to complete it. After the APSI, you will want access to your certificate of completion. So non-FCPS teachers will have their certificate provided to them in our internal system that we refer to as MyPDE. And non-FCPS teachers will have certificates mailed to them, or emailed to them rather, with an attachment or a link to generate a certificate. So please allow a week for processing, but you will receive your certificate of completion shortly after the end of the APSI. This is a reminder that temporary accounts for non-FCPS teachers will be disabled at the beginning of October. Google Classroom APSIs are also going away at the beginning of October. So all teachers, regardless of FCPS or non-FCPS, should download any materials that they would like to save for future use. And that was a lot of information, but that's all I have. I want to thank you for listening to this webinar. We're extremely excited to support you. Should you need anything or have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me, Rebecca Small, APSI Director, or Paul Davis, Technology Support. Have a wonderful day.